Hello good people, welcome to my YouTube channel. I know you didn't see me here last week, but I'm here now. First, I'd like to apologize for not seeing me last week. I think I've said it over and over again on this channel that first and foremost, I'm a writer, and when writing calls, well, I guess I give it a priority. It's my main source of income. That's how I make my livelihood. That's how I pay my bills. So last week was a hectic one. I think because many companies are sending their staff home, and so nobody wanted to remain with a backlog of work, and so everyone was sending their work to me to do it. That's why I was away, to be honest. I was just swamped with work, and even now it's not like it's over, but I realized I also made a commitment to you people, and so I have to create time. I have to come up here and tell you what I've been up to. While I'm not promising that this won't happen again, I am really trying my best to have a very good work balance so that I'm able to come up here all the time and keep you updated on things that I need to update you on. While I was away last week, a few people did reach out, and most of you, well, sad, none of you was asking me where I was. You were asking me questions on how to get clients online. And that's a topic we are going to cover. Allow me, let's do that tomorrow, because today I'd like us to speak to people who are working from home for the very first time. Hey you! It must be difficult for you, and I can totally relate. The first time I worked from home, I tell you, it was such a struggle. You know, there's food there are movies, there's no one watching over your back. It's all up to you to make things work, and it was so difficult. And I can imagine the struggles so many workers across the world today have to go through as they try to adjust from working at the office and working from home. So in today's video, I would like to give you 6 tips on how to work from home productively. So the first tip that helped me to adjust and be comfortable working from home productively is having a program or a timetable. Actually, let me just show you what my program looks like. This is my timetable. Let me show you. This is my program. It's actually a calendar. I don't know how clear you can see it. Yes, there you go. It's a calendar, and I use it to track my daily activity. As you can see, this is my April, and every day I have put down everything I need to do per day. I try not to swamp myself. Don't worry, I haven't written like 1,000 things that I'm not able to achieve within a day. I try and put the minimum I know I can do. First, to be able to create time to respond to emails, because as a freelance worker, the way I get my clients is by communicating to other people. So I do create time to communicate, to receive calls, which sometimes are very long, to Skype with people. Sometimes people do ask me to speak with them on Skype, and to also do extra things here and there that come up as a freelance worker. Now, if you're going to work from home productively, what you need to do is have a program. Maybe yours wouldn't be as long term as mine is. I'm permanently working from home. Maybe this is going to be temporary and you're going back to the office, but have a program. Know what your day looks like, know the things you need to work on, and try to prioritize them according to what needs to be done by what time. So that's my trick number 1. Have a program, have a timetable, know what you're going to do in each specific day. The second tip that has helped me work from home productively is taking breaks. And it looks like a very simple thing to do, but let me explain it to you this way. When we used to be in primary school, we used to have 35 minutes per lesson, and after every lesson we either go on break, we either go for PE. These days there are 2 breaks within. With the time I was in school, it used to be 1 break in primary school, but there are a lot of breaks in between, and that is because a human being usually has a concentration span. For a child in primary school, for a child in secondary school, the concentration span is about 35 to 45 minutes. Then your brain automatically can't concentrate anymore. And for young adults, stroke people in campus, hours, the concentration span is about 2 hours. Now, when you go into adulthood and you're working, your concentration span is determined by a lot of things in your environment. When you're used to working in the office, you work in an environment that has a lot of pressure, or an environment where you're relaxed, your concentration span is determined by your environment, how your whole system has adjusted to it. Now, when you're coming to work at home, your concentration span will be different, and that is because you're in a different environment, you're in a more comfortable environment, an environment you're used to. So you need to adjust to that, and that is why I say there's the importance of taking breaks. So make sure that you take breaks in between. You can work for 2 hours, 3 hours, and take breaks depending with what your body tells you. If it reaches a point where you're seeing that your body is feeling a little bit stretched, or you're feeling your mind is exhausted, do not be afraid to wander off, okay? Take your mind on a walk, or literally stand up and walk around your compound. Well, we are on self-quarantine, but that doesn't mean you can't walk around your compound. So take a walk, move from your office area, go to the bedroom, go to the living room, sit on the couch for a few minutes, go to the kitchen, take a glass of water, just exercise your mind, but remember to get back to work. Because another thing about taking breaks is it's very easy to divert completely. So remember to take those breaks, and when you're taking those breaks, remember you're just relaxing your mind, you're just relaxing your body, you're telling your body and your mind that it is okay, it will adjust, and then go back to work. Don't make those breaks too long, because again, you have a program, you know what you're supposed to achieve in a day. The third thing that made me comfortable about working from home is exercising. And I know I have said exercising in each and every of my video, but I don't think anyone knows how important this is for your entire body. Now, I'll tell you a secret about exercising. First, when you sit for long hours, and I've said this before, it's very easy for you to get conditions such as clotting. The second thing is, and I don't know what this is called in either English or Swahili, but you start feeling like your legs are, like blood is settling on your legs. So you start feeling things like stars moving in your legs, or you start feeling uncomfortable, or when you wake up you feel some stretch in your back. Well, those things should not happen to a healthy human being, and the way you'll avoid them is by exercising. So take some few minutes. If walking in your area is limited, do some sit-ups, do some squats, do those 2 small exercises to just make the flow of blood in your body very consistent and very regular. Let your body know you're not just sitting around, okay? Remind your body that activity has to go on. It might look like it's just for your body, but it will also refresh your mind, and that means that you will have longer concentration spans, and that means you'll be energized to do what you need to do. So exercise is also very important. Now, the fourth one is re-energize and psych yourself up. Okay, when you wake up in the morning, for instance, I'll just give you an example. When I wake up in the morning, my mind is always ahead of me. It's already telling me what I need to do, what needs to be done during the day. It's already functioning, and I guess that's because I've been doing this for a while. Now, if you are just adjusting from office life to home life, this could be a little bit different from you. So when you wake up in the morning, just take a minute, breathe in, breathe out, take a glass of warm water, and as you make your bed, allow your mind to go through your day, okay? Just energize yourself, psych yourself, let your body adjust, let your mind adjust, let everything around you adjust to the activities you're going to do during the day. I know I'm speaking from a perspective of somebody who doesn't have children or people roaming around while she's working. I know that's not the case for the majority of us. So while you're psyching your mind, remind your mind about your family, the people around you. Remind your mind about your children. Remind your mind to take care of the children even as you work. Allow the minds of your children to understand that you are still working even though you're at home. Then both of you have a program. The children have something they're doing so that they give you time for you to do something else. So psych yourself up, re-energize yourself, and remind yourself and the people in your environment what needs to be done within that day. The fifth one, and it's very, very important, and this I'll tell you for sure that many freelance writers have struggled with, and most of the time people assume that we are introverts because of this. Remember remember to speak to your friends, remember to speak to your family. Okay, just set aside time and sit down with the people in your environment, know how they are doing, have conversations with them, laugh with them, know what is happening in their lives. Just have the normal social human interaction with other people. It's really important. At this time, I guess you'll have to adjust like every other freelance worker and just speak from home. But on a normal day for freelance writers like myself, we do go out and see friends. It really does help the mind, because when you're used to working alone, sometimes you even forget the basic human interaction skills. So for this time that we are all at home and that we're not allowed to interact, FaceTime with people, Skype with people, make calls, even interact with the people that you're with at that specific moment. It's important. It's also very healthy for your working life. Finally, remember to stop. You might get carried away with work, especially you who is not used to working from home. You might be tempted to finish some work ahead of your deadline or ahead of everything, and you might end up working from 6 a.m. and you work all the way throughout the night. It's possible. It happens to the best of us. So remember to stop. It's very necessary that you have a work to life balance. That means that if you used to work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., take note of that. Do the things you used to do after 5, unless there are things that involved you going to social gatherings. But whatever you are doing after 5, which for the majority of us is maybe going home, freshening up, taking care of our families, cook, do stuff like that, please do go ahead and maintain that same system for you. It looks like it's just a basic thing, but the human mind, the human body, the way we are built to be, these things are very necessary to have a healthy mind and a healthy body. And a healthy mind and a healthy body means that you will be working in a healthy environment and you'll be very productive. I hope these skills have been very informative to you. If there's anything you feel I have left out, please let us discuss it in the comment section below. I'd like to know what you think about this. Until my next video, goodbye.